What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. Listen, this is your market wrap up, and man, this was a crazy week this week, and we got a whole video that's in store to give you the ins and the outs of this entire week. But what I need you to do right now is hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and I need each of you to come along with us on the journey, man. Check the description tab out. All the links to making you a more successful trader by giving you tools and tidbits are right there at your fingertips. Now, if that sounds good and you're ready to rock it with us, then all I got to say to you is follow me and let's go to war. Hey, Traders War Room wants to remind the viewer that all content on this channel is for entertainment and education purposes only. You are responsible for every decision you make. Have fun, be cautious, but always, always go to war. All right, guys, just need to highlight this because this is popping up on Sunday, 5 December at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Our next TWR class is income generating trades with using covered calls. If you ever want to know how to make consistent weekly income using the stock market as a vehicle, then this is the class for you, okay? Our 7-figure mentor, he's going to be going over covered calls, and he's made a fortune throughout his career using this exact strategy that he's going to share to us. The PayPal link is in the description. It's $15. Man, if you want to invest in your future, this is the class for you. All right, here's how your markets ended, man. Blood in the streets. But you know what they say, man. When there's blood in the streets, that's when we need to go eat. And I definitely took advantage of building up some of my portfolio today with shares. The options, they didn't play out very well, but it was a great time to go get some discounts on some long share opportunities. And we'll talk about it here in a little bit. Nothing much was really moving in our direction. Not that we really pay attention to. We paid attention to the SPY a little bit, but that wasn't really going. The big mover that we really had a surprise about was DocuSign, man. That thing just freaking tanked. And we'll talk about that in another video, but just pay attention to DocuSign because it is a great long-term investment. It went down 42%, and it's definitely at a position to grab into it now and ride this thing back up at least 5, 10, 15%. I can't see it staying down at this 42% level for long. So one of the things this week that really caused issues into the marketplace was Jerome Powell's speech, the new COVID variant, and this weak job report that came out on Friday. Now, this is important news because you got to pay attention to what's happening at the Feds. And the Fed Reserve policymakers, they're looking to accelerate their bond buying program when they meet later this month. So we're going to pay attention to that particular date because that will be a volatile day in the marketplace as well. But it's a tightening labor market, and they want to move to open the door to earlier rate hikes than they had projected. So definitely, long-term investment is being extremely bearish at this point, but there's always opportunities to make money in the short term. And as you know, we can ride waves up and we can ride waves down, but we got to be smart and we got to know what's happening with the Fed market. So this one was a pretty big thing, and if you guys got in this one, this was a great opportunity, man. Diddy plunged more than 20%. And so what's happening with these guys is China is tightening down on their regulations as far as like businesses and things of that nature coming over here and making money on the American, stock networks and stuff like that. So they're planning on delisting from the New York Stock Exchange and going into the Hong Kong stock market. And so definitely investors got wind of this and they're paying attention and they're like, you know what, you're about to roll out, we're going to get our money and we're going to roll. So these shares fell and you could have made a nice penny if you would have got into some shorting or definitely some puts on this particular ticker. All right, last story, man. This COVID variant fueled a huge big swing of volatility, and it gives the hedge fund bad monthly returns since March of 2020. So this week, if you guys are down in your portfolios and you guys are like, man, I suck at stock trading, I can't make no money or anything like that, man, listen, You are not the only one. So don't base your entire stock investing journey on this particular month, okay? Because the big boys are down because it's been so crazy and the market has just been shifting so wide. If the big boys are down, how can the little guys expect to be making money? Because we don't even have the tools or the insight like these big boys do. So stay the course, stay consistent, stay disciplined, and I promise you, consistency and discipline will pay out dividends more so than losses in the end. I promise you that if you stay consistent and you stay disciplined to a strategy that works. Yeah, so look at your sector performance, man. Here's your 5 days. Utility was up. Real estate was actually up a little bit. And infotech was the next one. But everything was struggling. Now, on the day, we got utilities up, consumer staples up, and healthcare up, okay? But as far as we're looking at a 5 day, we're looking for a trend. Utilities and real estate were the ones that are doing well. Now, I want you to pay attention to the bottom. Communication services, consumer discretionary, and financials. I've been talking about these. They've been getting beat up for weeks, okay? These are the next sectors, in my opinion, to have a huge reversal because they're just beaten down and it's time for them to come back up. So we got to pay attention. And we know we like the financials. You know, we're looking at Square, we're looking at PayPal, we're looking at Bank of America, we're looking at Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs. Those are what we're talking about, okay? So we got to pay attention to those coming into this next week and in through December and into January because financials are going to be making money. People are going to do Christmas shopping, they're going to pay money, and banks are going to flow out with, credit, and they're going to flow out with, rates. People are going to be sending money back and forth, things of that nature. We're paying attention to this because it makes a lot of money during the holiday season. Here's your futures. Now remember, futures are nothing more than just giving us an idea on what to study and how to plan and make a strategy moving forward. But futures are very volatile and they change regularly. You can have all green and it'll be a red market. You can have all red and it'll be a red market or a green market. You just have to pay attention and it helps you develop that strategy and get a plan moving forward. And biggest orders coming in. Now listen, I told you guys there was blood in the street, so look at all that, man. Huge buying orders to the call side, okay? Docu, Tesla, Nvidia, TQQQ, Lucid, AMC, Riven, Neo, GME, and Apple, okay? Everything's over the 50% green side. So this might be an indication on what we got. We got a lot of buying pressure going into the market when it opens on Monday. So we're definitely paying attention, and we got high hopes for a bullish market to pick back some of our losses this week on the blood. Now, I want to give you this because this is how the market opened, okay? Kind of 50-50. We're seeing some green, we're seeing some red, but definitely has opportunity to make some money. I want to show you shortly thereafter how the market looked. All right, now here's how the market looked, and this was just into like maybe 30 minutes after the bell, man, and we were already starting to see the red. Look at the extreme difference from the picture you just saw to now, and now we want to go into how we closed. Boom. Okay. And this is why I love the stock market, man. And I guess I'm a stock market junkie and stuff like that because people might look at this and be like, man, whatever, blah. But man, it's so different. You have no idea what's going to happen. It's such a game of cat and mouse, okay? Because you just don't know what you're going to get. We started out with something that looked promising. It just kept continuing to decline and decline. And as you see, there's some sections that are green, man. I told you there's always opportunity out there to make some money. There's a bull market somewhere, and it's our job to find a bull market. And inside the description, you have the link to my portfolio so you can check out a view copy of it, man. You can check out all the time, see what I'm getting in and out of and things of that nature. So definitely take a look at that and see what we're working with over here at TWR. And my bot is up for grab, man. Hey, if you want my bot pushing alerts in your server, man, get at your boy. And here's what my bot looks like. I push out watch lists. I give updates. I'm pretty consistent, as you can see. I talk about when we trim, when we close out of positions. I give updates, and not just stock updates, but I give market updates, man. Let you guys know what the trends are. When we average down, I throw those out there. I give you job report stuff. Man, really, truly, one-stop shop for all the alerts that you could imagine. All right, SPY. We're paying attention to SPY because why? Well, SPY is the index that covers a lot of the trades that we're in and things of that nature. And we saw that SPY was in a good channel right there between the 462 and the 469 area. It was in a channel and we had a breakdown, all right? And we started going down to the lower levels. Now we're at 453.42 where we closed and we touched 450.64, okay? Now, I do anticipate us staying around this region and I think that we're going to go ahead and go above 458.17. But listen, if we're in a huge market reversal, like some people have this bearish sentiment, we might be heading down, and the next area to test would be the 438.75. So we got to pay attention in pre-market. We got to see how the market opens next week, and if we start getting indications of a bear market, then 438.75 is going to be our next test zone, in my opinion. All right, so let's talk about some stocks, man. What do we think about Apple, okay? Apple, extremely bullish early in the week and last week, man, and we were rocking it, and then it had a cool down period. And we told you guys, okay, we predicted that this was going to be the thing, a cool down period, okay? Couldn't stay at that 170 level forever. It had to come down, and it had to test some lower levels. And right there, that 157, that's where it tested. Now, I do think that we're probably going to test a little bit further down. I bet we see that 155 area. I think we're going to test that area before we go on to the next up and upward, okay? Now, that's just my personal opinion. We could just be bullish from here, but I think with the supply issues and the market and the sentiment currently, I think we go down, we test that 155 area, and then from there, we're on and up onto a next higher level. All right, Square, man. Square, we are down, down, down. We're at the bottom of Square, okay? And we got some definite downward pressure going in. Money flow is coming out. The RSI, we are way, way low on the daily, okay? And definitely have some room to make and move up before we start to see reversal. But I think we may have found a bottom down here. Square, obviously, we got to pay attention. The financial sector, and especially fintech, has been absolutely getting destroyed, right? So we have to pay attention to this. But I do eventually see us reversing, and 209.17, that's our next real area of support, okay? So, or excuse me, resistance after we come out of this low. So it could be continuing down. Definitely looking at the MACD, the money flow, and the RSI, it's definitely pointing towards a bearish and a downward trend. However, I think we'll find some support down here. I think we'll start to see a reversal, and then the next resistance point after this will be 195, and then the big one where we have a lot of consolidation of wealth will be at $209, $210. All right, and look what we got here, man. We got a bull channel, all right? Now, this is an accumulation channel of wealth. This is a consolidation period, all right? Now, it's between the $19 and the $20.25 area. Now, what has to happen here is we have to break one way or the other. We need to break up and we start closing above that 2024, or we close down at that 19 and we start to close below there. This is all going to be dependent upon news and sentiment that come out this next week with Ford. Now, we've had a lot of bullish reports. Ford wants to be the number 2 EV market. They realize they can't touch Tesla and things of that nature. At least right now, Tesla was first. Ford wants to be second. They have the market, they have the distribution, they have the manpower, and they have the business model. I think moving forward, I'm extremely bullish on Ford, and I believe we come out of this channel right here and we go to the upside and we start making new highs and start making a new resistance area above this. I wouldn't be surprised if our new resistance area here in the near future is going to start being $23, $24. So bullish on Ford. Keep a watch on this. We're in this channel right now. We have to break out of it eventually, one way or the other, either up or down. I think it goes up. All right, so let's look at Uber, okay? I think Uber, we're at the bottom, okay? I think we found our new support level. I think it's only up from here. We may consolidate at this level, bounce around between, the 35.50s and 36s and things of that nature, but I think eventually we're going to start seeing a breakout and we're going to start climbing back up into those higher $30, the 38s, the 39s, and eventually the 40s. So maybe not next week. If I'm being extremely bullish on Uber and the news I saw closing out the market, which I thought was really good, I got a feeling that we'll probably close next week at around $38. And that would be great, because if we can close above that $38 range, then, next week is 39 and 40. And then after that, so on and so forth. So bullish on Uber moving forward. It's going to be slow trickle effect, but definitely if you're looking at this going long, this is the time to buy in and dollar cost average. All right, guys, principles for success. When the market is crappy, man, we got to go back to the blueprint and we got to go back to the principles: planning, managing, training, and securing. This week, we're going to talk about securing. And what are we talking about with securing? Plain and simple, securing profits. We do this a number of ways, okay? One way that I like to do is we trim. When the stock is trending, we start trimming as we ride the wave up, okay? It's up 25%, trim. It's up 50%, trim. It's up 75%, trim. It's up 100%, trim. Sell out full position. We don't care what the stock does. We made our money. We take it to the bank. Now, listen, in this market, we're going to have to be okay with smaller wins, okay? But listen to me. 10% win here, a 10% win there, a 10% win there. That's 30% win rate, and compounding your money onto the next trade over and over again. That is consistency, and consistency and discipline pay dividends in the long run. You will make more money than you lose every day of the week as long as you stay disciplined and consistent with a strategy that works. Secure your money. Make sure you always ride the wave and trim as the stock is trending so you don't get caught holding them heavy bags. All right, this is the part of the video where I talk about the market coalition. We created a winning team. All right, listen, when you go to battle, it's not just you against the enemy, okay? You're going with a team, man. And sometimes that team is on multiple fronts of the battlefield, all attacking the same war, all right? And we're affiliated with a couple of these guys. I'm going to talk about them, and I hope you guys check them out. Their links are in the description tab. So definitely, I want you guys on my team as well at TWR. But these guys are all good sources and definitely have something for different traders out there, all right? Market coalition, let's get it. First up, Aloha Analytics, man. You'll find my bot over there and some other great bots for purchase. Exclusive trading, okay? This has a great fan base and a lot of great resources over here. Check out exclusive trading. You'll also see my bot over there. You'll see me over there at the Chris Sane Discord, man. We're chopping it up. Me, Chart Zaddy, Market Hyena, and it's me, Mario, man. We're always in the chat groups giving great information, and you'll see my bot rolling out the alerts over there as well. My boy Brennan's over there. We got an expert. We got Crazy. We got Machete. Listen, Dedicated Investors is another great resource for you guys to go check out. But I got to highlight my Discord, man. Traders War Room, we are doing great thing over there, okay? We got free and paid services. We talk options, stocks, futures, crypto, forex. We got live trading, okay? Follow one of the analysts over there and get into the live trade and see what moves they're making with the pros, all right? We also got the real-time buy and sell alerts, the stock news updates, chart training videos, and we just started doing our Zoom classes, man. If you want to learn like different techniques and different strategies in the stock market, we got a whole Zoom class network just for you guys. And our next class is actually on this Sunday. And we talked about this at the beginning of it, but this is our next class, Income Generating Trades Using Covered Calls. Now listen, Sunday, 5 December at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is the class for you. If you ever wanted to learn how to use the stock market to make consistent weekly and monthly income using covered calls, this is the class for you. We got our 7-figure mentor out there. He's going to be breaking this down, and he's made a fortune throughout his investing career using covered calls. Definitely, it's worth your while to pay the $15, invest in your future, and come along with us on the journey. The PayPal link's in the description. Check it out if you want to learn how to do this and make money using covered calls. All right, I want to thank you guys for the video. That is it, man. It's a wrap. Listen, at Traders War Room, we look at the stock market like it's a war zone. The stocks in the sector, those are our battles. We do it together as a team, man. Attack, conquer, and destroy. And we're always going out there for those high-value targets, looking to search and siege and make that money, all right? Now, if you're ready to rock it with a winning team and you want to come to a community of like-minded investors that want to grow, learn, and share, then all you got to do is follow me and let's go to war together.